All right, we are live. We are live, folks. We are live here at the Doc Bookshop. Give it up for the Doc Bookshop, y'all. Give it up for them, y'all. We are here for a book signing for the amazing Across Wiltshire. It is a wonderful book that was written by Mr. Joseph C. Hall. More about him in a minute, y'all. I would like to introduce your wonderful co-moderators before I bring up this wonderful gentleman. If you don't mind, I feel a camera. And there it is. There it is right there. Okay. All right. To co-moderate our panel are two amazing women, y'all. They run a company known for its diverse portfolio spanning music production, film, live events, and artist management. With a global reach, they work with talented artists from various genres and platforms, including Afrobeats, gospel, and sports, and now writers. Under their dynamic leadership and years of experience, they continue to impact and shape the entertainment landscape, expanding its scope beyond entertainment. Y'all, please welcome to the stage the founder and president of In the Spirit Entertainment, LLC. Please welcome multiple award-winning promoters, branding specialists, hosts, event coordinators. Please give it up for Miss Crystal Manning and Miss Antoinette Titus. Give it up for them, everybody. That's both of y'all. Hi. Hey. Come on, Chris. All right. Good job. All right, and now I would like to introduce the star of the moment. All right, this brother, his writing is a poignant reflection on the cost of the American dream, resilience in the face of adversity, and the enduring hope of redemption. He is a man whose aim is to inspire and empower individuals, especially the youth, by delivering transformative experiences through motivational speaking and engaging entertainment. With relatable stories and actionable insights, he leaves a lasting impact, motivating people to pursue their dreams with confidence and enthusiasm. Please welcome the owner of Joe's Empire LLC, J.C. Kitchen and Jody's Dobies, author, filmmaker, actor, born in Little Rock but raised in Los Angeles, Mr. Joseph C. Hall. Y'all give it up, everybody. Let's
go. Hello, everyone. How you guys?
I just want to say thank you to the host with the most. Michael Green is an amazing person in poetry, entertainment, as an actor, an activist, and everything that he does. And we appreciate you today, Michael Green. And also thank you, the Doc Bookshop. You guys are amazing for opening up opportunities for so many writers and authors that are just giving you nonfiction and fiction. And we are just so excited to be here today. Thank you so much. And I'm Antoinette Titus with In the Spirit Entertainment.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, agree. Thank you so much, guys, for welcoming us with open, warm arms. We're so thankful to be here again with Michael, NAACP award-winning poet. And he also, mentors a lot of other poets to greatness. So we're thankful for him in this historic Black-owned bookstore we're here in, and just happy to be here. So, Antoinette, are you ready with your questions?
I am so ready, and I'm just so excited to have the opportunity to work with such a great author, writer, entertainer, Joseph C. Hall Sr. This book, Across Wiltshire, is one of the great books that I've read in 2024. I do know that the book is ready to be a movie, a TV series, and we're all working on this with Joseph C. Hall, and we're excited about it, and I'm getting ready for your question, Joseph. So do not get nervous, though. Okay, inspiration. What inspired you to write Across Wiltshire?
Inspiration. What inspired me to write Across Wiltshire? Just life in general. This book is about 3 young African-American men growing up in South Central Los Angeles, and their journey into becoming adults and the obstacles that they face in life. And once you get into the book, you'll get to know these 3 characters. It's going to have you sitting on the edge of your seat. I promise you that.
Right, I know.
Yeah, just my life in general. I knew that giving honor to God first and foremost. The things that I saw growing up, I knew that it was definitely a blessing to actually survive South Central Los Angeles.
So is this what the experience in your life can spark the book?
Yes.
The idea of Across Wiltshire,
This is
growing
correct.
up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Growing up.
And I see the theme. So there is a theme of this book, Across Wiltshire.
Hmm.
And what I would like to know is what is Across Wiltshire? What came into your mindset to just make your book title Across Wiltshire?
Across Wiltshire. Well, across Wiltshire, the crossing, the crossroads of destiny. Uh, we live in two different worlds, pretty much. And if you've ever been to Los Angeles and you're familiar with the area, I grew up off of 77th and Crenshaw, which is considered a hood. But if you travel up the street, you get to Wiltshire, you cross Wiltshire, there's Beverly Hills. It's a whole nother world, right? So me going to school early, moving from Little Rock, Arkansas, going to Los Angeles. I mean, on my first day of school, instead of someone saying, "Hi, how you doing?" which is kind of what I was used to in Arkansas, he said, "What set you from?" You're right. So just
That set is meaning like gang?
yeah, what gang you from?
Wow.
So that was a culture shock there. But to cross over to Wiltshire was a whole nother world. It wasn't financially
So
different.
it's more
You
like a
just knew-
dream, like to be able to cross Wiltshire.
Well, the American dream. I wanted it. Yeah, right. So across Wiltshire, it's a whole nother world where you can. I felt like enjoy life, not have to be afraid, and just it's
Right.
just a totally different world.
Can you tell us about the three main characters, a little bit about the three main characters in your Across Wiltshire?
Yeah, the Joaquin, Carlos, and Malik. And Malik and Joaquin, they are brothers, and Carlos is their first cousin. And they grow up together, and they get in all sorts of troubles. I want to save it for my readers to actually read the book, but through adversity and obstacles, they overcome and going into adulthood and becoming men.
Right.
Things that they face. But yeah, there's some characters.
Okay,
Definitely.
thank you. I would like to ask you, what was your process in writing this book?
My process in
The
writing the writing of the
process.
book is I knew that my life was nothing short of a movie. And as the years went on and obstacles that I faced and things that I got involved in, I knew that it was nothing but God that I survived South Central. So just, moving forward, I knew that I had to, get this out. And what I saw is, giving honor to, I want to send shouts out to my sister, Beverly Hall. We run Bright Beginning Child Care Center in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And I see a lot of kids come through my daycare and they remind me of myself. So I wanted to share with them that, hey, regardless of how you come up in life and the obstacles that you're faced with, you can overcome this.
Right,
You know?
yes you can. What I would like to ask you, what advice would you give to aspiring authors who are looking to publish their first book?
Um, as I said before, we all have a movie. Our life is a movie, the things we go through. And I would just let them know that, when it's time, just do it. Jot down your ideals and your experiences and, bring it into fruition and share it because we all live a different life. And we all have a similar story to tell. But yeah, just trust in yourself, trust in God, and just make it happen. Just do it. Follow through. Follow through.
I have two more questions for
Mhm.
you. What was the most challenging aspect of writing this book?
The most challenging aspect, I would say, is reliving some of the moments. It brought back a lot of memories, a lot of pain. But, it was something that I wanted to share, with my audience. I wanted to share with the world that, although you may be going through similar things, that it's always, bright light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to be, perseverance, and you just got to trust and proceed.
Oh, wow, that's great. So how did you overcome it, by just doing reading or praying, or those challenges when they came up?
Well, I have a saying, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And just changing your surrounding more so than anything, we all are raised to know right from wrong, and you know if you're doing, if you're falling into into the streets, and so you just want to stay focused and just believe.
Thank you. Crystal, hi.
Hello.
Can you share or ask Joseph any questions that you may like to let the world know?
Yeah, so I love your story. It's amazing. I just want to know, like, how does it feel to make it across Wiltshire and to become a self-made millionaire in finances as well as in net worth?
It feels great. It feels great. I mean, it has been a journey. I've crossed Wiltshire to only be thrust back into the hood multiple times, but that's where perseverance and not giving up, comes in. You want to stay focused and strive and just never give up. Just never give up. And I know I make it sound easy, but it's an everyday process that you get up, and it's a mindset.
Right. My other question is, how was it to be signed with Death Row Records and be able to work and mingle with the talented Tupac Shakur, as we know y'all are on the same
We're on the same label.
Same label, and just like how impactful he was to the music industry now and then, how was it working with him, especially you being an artist?
Right. Well, honestly, I got to meet him one time, and he's very talented, very intelligent, and in life you make decisions of things that you do, who you hang around.
Mm-hmm.
Again, show me your friends, I'll show you the future. And just being on death row in the whole was enlightening. I learned a lot. But a lot of those cats I grew up with, for instance, Battle Cat, he wasn't on the death row, but he's known as one of the major producers. He's Snoop's producer right now, but I went to junior high school with him in high school. So, I guess what I'm saying is that we're all from the same location. So I knew a lot of these cats prior to them being successful,
Right.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yes. And then gearing up for this feature film, what drove you to turn the book into a feature film, as getting ready for it in 2025?
Right. Well, I mean, it was always pretty much a film in my head versus being a book, but I knew that in order to have a film, you need a script. So I went ahead and I did the book first, but it's just, it's just a wonderful thing to be able to express yourself and to bring things into fruition and see, it happen. First it's just a thought, and then, it's a dream. And to have that dream, come alive, it's a beautiful, beautiful feeling.
Right. Do you feel like, I guess it's my last question, do you feel like any people that were like haters, were they like your motivation?
I think most definitely. I think everyone can, use that type of energy and fuel yourself for making something positive. No one's really gonna ever really love you like you think you should be loved. You're gonna have people that's for you. You're gonna have people that's against you. I mean, look what they did to Jesus, right?
Right.
So, you can't worry about that. You have to push forward and again believe in yourself and trust in God and make it happen.
I want to open it up if anyone has a question for the author right now before we get it into the
Yeah, in the audience. Anyone in the
Anyone
audience have any questions? Okay.
Yes, sir. You.
Is there already a screenplay?
It's being developed
Okay.
as we speak every day. Again, I get up and With help from a good friend of mine, Brian, we're making this thing come together.
And Brian, the screenplay, he's also helping you.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
Brian's
yeah.
last name?
Brian, what's your last name?
Hill.
Okay, Brian.
Brian Hill, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's very talented, brother.
Okay.
Any more questions on it? Yes.
It's amazing that you come up with this conversation because it is Hip Hop History Month. And you dropped a lot of nuggets for hip hop history. So I commend you on that conversation and tying it to your book. I think that is just so important that we always get focused on hip hop history because now hip hop is going across the world.
Yeah.
And for
Yes.
you to be able to hone in and say, you know, I'm a part of this beginning, these early beginnings. So I just commend you on writing on work and then, you know, sharing it at this particular time of the year. And we did a conversation with, you talk about Tupac, and we just did a conversation with his group, the Outlaws. So Idi Amin. So just in that spirit and energy, I think you being here is so prophetic within itself, you know, at this particular time. But what I wanted to ask you about, I was going through some of your chapters and I just wanted to know the energy behind you naming some of your chapters, like you call it Grit and Glare, Choices at the Crossroads, Fresh Start, Renewal, Rebellion. Like, what inspires you? What would you say, this is my chapter, I'm going to say Renewal. This is my chapter, I'm going to say Rebellion.
Honestly, I would always pray before I started to write. And I surprise myself sometimes. I really do. But again, just giving honor to God and helping me get through this book. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was. But as I got involved and started writing, it was like I had someone right beside me writing.
So was it more like a period of that chapter was like the rebellion? Was that a period where you were rebelling? Okay.
Oh yeah, that was a period where Joaquin, one of the characters, would just, not necessarily listen to what he was taught. He knew better,
Right.
He knew better. But yeah, he was very, very rebellious.
Wow.
Any more questions from the audience?
Yes, I always speak about overcoming and becoming, and I know that's something that you mentioned as being an overcomer. How would you say that you stayed grounded through it all, and how did you persevere?
So she wants to know. I'm going to say some
Yeah,
other people
okay.
know. How to stay grounded? How did you stay grounded and persevere
Yes.
during all of that?
Honestly, it's just time. It nothing happens overnight. I mean, there was a lot of repeating and saying, hey, I'm not gonna do this again, but then you find yourself in that same mode. So it's, you just have to continue to stay focused and when you do fall, don't beat yourself up, get back up and continue this race, continue this journey.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Any more questions?
For as far as the book, when you were in the process of making it, was it? I know you were praying and going through. Was it like a spiritual awakening when you got it all the way done and you were holding it in your hand?
So
What's that feeling of that moment like?
the question is, when you were writing the book, was it more of a spiritual moment for you, like an awakening in your spirit when you were writing the book, or to write the book? Is that correct?
Or when it was finished?
Or when you
More
were
so
finished?
When it was finished, in the process, I mean, when I got close to being finished, it was just a revelation, that I made it through, and that it was a great feeling. I mean, that's pretty much all I could tell you. It was overwhelming, to sit there and hold the book in my hand and look at Joseph C. Hall Sr., author. That was a moment. I think I might have shed a tear. I'm not sure.
Oh, very great.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Okay, yeah. Any more questions?
I got one more question.
That's
Yes.
fine.
Okay, your book is actually loaded just from what I can read. And and it had, Hakeem goes through a lot of experiences. And I want to say there was one experience that he goes through with the Power of Love Church. And can you connect that to us, Puerto Rico? Because I think it's just how your chapters are designed. This is something that a whole group, a bunch of readers can read this as a group, as a book club,
Yes.
and get a lot out of it. Everybody can get something out, and it lends itself to a dynamic conversation, right? So, but one of the things I wanted to jump into, because we all have our spiritual experiences, and the fact that Hakeem is having with the Power of Love Church, right? So I wonder just if you could fill us in on that relationship.
Joaquin, along with his brother Malik, when they actually moved from Little Rock, they were without their father, so they were searching for guidance, and his mother, she was a great person, but when it takes a man and a woman to create a baby, it takes a man and a woman to raise one, to have that balance.
Wow,
To have that balance, and without that balance, then you're lacking somewhere. So they found this, Joaquin found this at Power of Love. He found what he was searching for. Well, so he thought, but if you read into the book, you'll see how he ended up leaving the Power of Love, and again, falling back into the trenches of the streets. But, the whole story is, in a nutshell, is about overcoming and never giving up and believing that God can work miracles, This is not the end, you just don't give up.
Amen.
You're Stephanie Mills fan, Power of Love.
Power of Love. I'm just so excited about this because with being at the Doc Bookshop and reaching out to readers and people of all genres, pretty much. I think it is an excellent book to use. Maybe we'll start a book club ourselves as well across Wiltshire, because there's things in the book that you really need to read about and overcoming. I have one more question. If we don't have any more questions, who was your favorite author, or who influenced you as far as writing?
Wow. When I left Little Rock and I moved to Los Angeles, I was in 8th grade, Horseman Junior High School. My English teacher, his name is Mr. Bakir. And Mr. Bakir is an author of the book Crips. And, actually, I want to tell a little story real quick. I reached out to him on Facebook once. And I wanted to thank him because he was so instrumental in my life when I got there. Of course, I was without my dad. But he was very instrumental in my life. And I wanted to thank him for that. And he told me, he used to always write poetry on the board. And I'll never forget, he said, "Fine is in the mind, not in the behind," right?
Oh.
So I quoted this to him. And he quoted something back. He said, wanna be a gangster, wanna be cool, but you're acting like a fool. But I said, that sounds so familiar. And he said, it should. You wrote that in the 8th grade. And what he had did, he put together a book of OG poems from his students.
Wow.
And he sent me a copy.
Oh, wow.
8th grade. But to get back,
that was inspiring.
Donald
That was a major influence for you.
Major.
Since
And I told him.
8th grade? Wow.
8th grade.
Is he still around?
He is still around, and his book Crips was actually turned into a movie by Oliver Stone. It's South Central.
Oh,
Yeah.
Connect the dots.
Donald Bakir.
I mean, this is perfect hip hop history.
Donald Bakir. And he's still around. And I thank God for him. I really do.
I am so excited. This is amazing. It's a beginning for you, and we have a long journey ahead of us. Starting with Across Wiltshire. I would like to ask you, how would anyone that wants to contact you reach out? your Instagram, Facebook, website. How can they find you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Joseph Hall, Instagram, Joseph C. Hall _ LLC, and or you can contact me on my website, josephchall.com.
Joseph C. Hall. All right. Also, I would like to bring up Michael Glenn again. We're so excited about your book.
Oh yeah, thank you guys for having me.
The movie and the TV series started. It's going to be amazing. I'm so happy to be a part of that. Crystal, do you have anything, last words for Joseph?
Just thank you so much for writing this book, and I know it'll help heal some youth and inspire others.
Most of
Right,
it.
especially and also Michael Glenn, hi.
Hey,
That's the most. And I just want to say thank you again. And if you have anything you want to say before we close out.
I just want to say thank you to In the Spirit Entertainment for being here. Thank you, Joseph C. Hall, for being here. Thank you to the Doc Bookshop and all the folks that came out to support this wonderful brother and this wonderful journey across Wiltshire. I hope it'll be across the world. And that's all I have to say. With that being said, y'all, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna be somewhere. Please keep your eye out for the movie. And the only thing I have a question about, which I'll do off camera, is are you opposed to this being a stage play? With that being said, y'all, we will tune out now. We'll see you later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc Bookshop.
Thank you.
Get the book.
Get the book.
Offering time. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, this
Hey.
was- Thank you guys for coming out. So,
Crystal, you cut it out.
yeah.
You gotta cut yours off.
Whoops.